Hey everyone, for those who don't know me, I'm John Schultz, General Manager at Audi Riverside. We're starting a new section on a newsletter called the Walters Leadership Lane, where each month we'll be pulling over to chat with our general managers, giving you a little peek into their world, who they are, what makes their day go smoothly, and maybe share a nugget or two of career advice that may help you out in how you approach your day. So with that being said, let's dive right in and give this thing a test drive. So question number one comes from Kevin, straight out of LA. What got you into the car business? Well, for that answer, we're going to have to take a trip back to 1999. That was Y2K. That was the big worry back then, while grunge and alternative rock ruled the airways. I was fresh out of the Navy after 8 years of service. I had this grand plan to become a San Diego police officer. So I got accepted to the academy and I was ready to serve and protect. But then actually reality hit. The academy wasn't starting for 5 or 6 months. And I didn't have near enough money to hold out that long without a job. So what did I do? I did what any smart person back in the 90s would do. I went down and bought a Sunday paper. I flipped open the job section. Yeah, it was a paper, not an app. That's how we looked for jobs back then. In big, bold letters in the middle of the page, it said, sell cars, make $3,000 a month guaranteed. I was like, oh my gosh, that's as much money as I was making in the Navy after 8 years. Well, fast forward 25 years, I'm still here, and I guess it looks like the police thing was more of like a drive-by dream. All right, question number two from Jessica right here in Riverside. What do I love about the car business? Well, first off, I think it's the vibe. I'm surrounded by people that are all about getting things done and solving problems. Let's not forget about making people's car dreams come true. There is something truly cool and magical about seeing someone drive off in their dream car with a huge smile on their face. Let's not also forget about this business giving me the chance to take care of my family, spread some kindness around to others, and probably the best part, the only real limit of this business are the ones I set for myself. So basically, skies is the limit unless I get tripped up on a curb. All right, question number three comes from a guy named Chris out of Downey, California. What does my life look outside the day-to-day? Well, I have 3 kids, 2 adult sons, Austin and Nico, and a 15-year-old daughter named Simone, who is into figure skating and basically thinks she's the boss of the house. I've been happily married to my wife, Heather, for 25 years, and a little fun fact, we actually met in the car business. She was my finance manager at a little dealership called Poway Honda. So I guess it's one of those little perks of this job as well. We really love to explore new places, travel, especially go to spots we've never been to. I also like to spend a lot of time outdoors, camping, hiking, mountain biking, indulging in great concerts with friends. Don't judge me, but I still rock out to 90s hard rock, hip hop, alternative, grunge, you name it, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, Dre. Those are all my jam. On top of that, I'm actually a home improvement junkie. I like tinkering with DIY projects, and I also like to restore classic V-dubs because, you know, if we're not busy selling cars, you might as well restore a piece of history, right? All right. So question number 4 comes from someone called BT from Long Beach, California. Long Beach in the house. What drives or motivates you? Well, if I'm being honest, my biggest motivator is my family. Having the ability to take care of them and give them a better life than the one I grew up with, probably no better feeling than that. That's what keeps me going. That is my big why right there. But it's also about being a positive influence on others. I really enjoy helping people work out and reach their goals, making sure that they realize what they're already capable of more than what they think. So whether it's helping them crush their goals or giving them a changing piece of advice, knowing that I've made their day, you know, just a little bit better, that's the ultimate motivation. All right. Last question comes from a guy named John K. It looks like he's also from Riverside. Probably one of the better questions. What are 3 things you are most grateful for? Well, with that being said, gratitude. Hear me out. Gratitude is like a superpower. It's not only really good for you and your mental and physical health, but also makes you a more pleasant person to be around. Think about all the people you like to hang out with. They're probably not big complainers, right? Unfortunately, biology has us wired to look at what's wrong with life a lot of times. I think you can blame our ancient ancestors for that. They were always trying to figure out how to survive and not get eaten by something trying to figure out the same thing. So, in this negatively charged world, instead of focusing on things we lack or we wish were better, turn the spotlight on the good stuff. Sure, there's the obvious stuff, the big three: family, friends, health, your good looks, America, baby, etc. But take a moment out of your day and look at things that may have passed you by before that you never even thought of. It's going to be different for everybody, but those small things always seem to add up, like the unexpected compliment. So, there you have it. There's a little bit of insight on me and some of the things that I do and enjoy inside and outside of work. So thank you all for all that you do. I hope you all have a great February. And remember, in the car business, the road to success may have a few bumps, but with the right attitude and a full tank of determination, you're always going to get to your destination. So now, let's go. Take care.